Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. You can come over, hang out in the chat room, talk to everybody, watch the show live on the YouTube. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. It's @Tom and Dan Live on all social media.
We've got a guest on the line. We have Graham Sharp from the Steep Canyon Rangers on the line. How you doing, Graham?
I'm doing great this morning. How you guys doing?
Real
Great.
good, man. Hey, you know, and I want to do our due diligence first because I was just at the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, and you can see Graham Friday, October 3rd, 7:30 at the Ponte Vedra Beach Concert Hall. It's a great venue. And then you can also see him with Steve Martin, Martin Short, Jeff Babco, and the Steep Canyon Rangers on October 4th. That's that's one show at Hard Rock Live Hollywood. And then 2 shows Sunday, October 5th at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Man, it is such an honor to be able to talk to such a true musician and bluegrass legend. And thank you so much for the time, man. We appreciate you calling up our show.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Glad to be here. Looking forward to being down your way here in a day or two.
Do you get to Florida a lot? And because we saw, when was it, 5 years ago? We saw Steve Martin and Martin Short at the Dr. Phillips Center here in town.
Yeah.
And I know he did play banjo, but you guys have been kind of palling around together for quite a long time, have you not?
Yeah, I think it's 16 years now we've been playing with Steve. So I think somehow that makes the Steep Canyon Rangers his longest running collaborator of his career, maybe, which is pretty crazy to think about.
How did that relationship start, Graham?
You know, we just sort of connected randomly, actually through through Ann, his wife, and we kind of knew her a little bit, and then that was right around when he was kind of getting back into his bluegrass career.
Yeah.
And sort of one thing, like a spaghetti dinner, turned into him sort of sitting in a couple of times, turned into a benefit show here and there, turned into a world tour, turned into 2 albums, and all this, now 16 years later.
And now you can see him here in Florida. And you're a banjo guy too, right? Is that what you started on as a young man?
That's right. Well, I started in college, so yeah, a lot younger than I am now.
Right on. And banjo is one of those instruments. I had an old Deering, the one that you buy when you want to learn, that little Deering learner banjo.
The good time.
Yeah, the good time. And I had one of those, and I taught myself how to just kind of tinker around on it. And I will tell you, it is one of the most satisfying instruments to play because of the different picking patterns with your right hand. How did you grow to sort of fall in love with the banjo? Because it's a pretty unique instrument.
Yeah, I was a big lover of the Grateful Dead, kind of in my high school days.
Yeah.
And Jerry Garcia, the guitar player, Jerry Garcia was a banjo player, it turns out.
Oh, no way.
And he got really close to having a career in bluegrass music. And I don't know, there's this story of this moment where he's staying on a hill at a bluegrass festival looking out, and he sort of makes the decision. He's like, nope, I'm going back to San Francisco. And that was the end of the bluegrass dream for him, and the beginning of what became the Grateful Dead. That's the story, at least.
Wow. I've never heard that.
I fell in love with the banjo from there. I know, isn't it a cool story?
Yeah, because I find that the banjo normally kind of carries with it, that type of instrument, it kind of carries those type of stories. It's it is a very unique and interesting instrument. Yes, Tom, question.
So, Graham, speaking of dreams, I saw on your social media you did something that would be my personal dream to do in my lifetime and is amazing, and it's flying across the country with your son in a small plane, and I was looking at the photos and stuff. I'm like, this is awesome.
It looks amazing,
So
dude.
how did this all happen, Graham?
He got the flying bug, early in his life, and as soon as he possibly could, he had some great mentors, and there's some programs where, some folks with planes will take kind of young folks up in the plane and actually give them the yoke and let them fly. And he just fell into it. And then, from then on, he was getting his every certification the first day he could, the day he turned 16, the day he turned 17, the day he turned 18, and worked as a flight instructor really hard and ended up buying a plane that was
Whoa.
in Portland, Oregon. So the only way to get it back home was for him and I to go out there
I
and
didn't
fly
know
this
that.
tiny little plane across the country.
So
Yeah.
you guys were actually he is using his funds to purchase his own. Yeah, man, how proud are you of your
Oh, man.
of your guy buying his own plane and then learning how to fly it? That
And then
is so cool.
Flying it from Portland to, was it North Carolina?
Yes, Portland and North Carolina via, Santa Fe is where we had to end up going around the Rockies because of the weather. But it was such an adventure, and I'm no help in that. I can't fly. The only reason I could really help is I'm old enough to rent a car and get hotel rooms where we stopped. Couldn't do, but
So first,
Play a little banjo in the sky. I don't know.
How old is your son, and what kind of plane was it?
so he's 19 now. He was 18 at the time, but yes, it's called an RV-6, which is just it's like a kit-built plane. They call them experimental planes, which is terrifying. I don't want to be in experimental planes, but that's what it is. It's just a tiny little thing. It's actually an aerobatics plane, is what it is. But yeah, he took it easy on me and didn't do any barrel rolls while we were going.
Okay,
Oh my God, your kid bought an aerobatics plane. That's awesome.
Graham, I want to put myself in your shoes for a second because no one knows their sons like their dad, right? And because
I agree with that.
And I know my sons are 10 and 11, so they're way younger. But I imagine if they ever had this dream, first it would be awesome, and I'd love to experience my son flying me across the country in a plane he bought himself. But I would also think about all those times he forgot his backpack and his lunch and all the little mistakes he's made throughout his life. And then I'm like, well, how safe is this? Like,
Also, he's you, and you know you.
Yeah.
He's
And
a
then-
part of you, and you know how forgetful you are.
And that's fine if I go down with my son. That's the way I want to go. But were you nervous at all?
Well, I mean, yeah, when you mention it, it's like there's times when I wonder, I'm like, I'm not even sure if he can feed himself. But when you sit down and you watch somebody go through like a whole pre-flight routine and just like how meticulous and sort of step-by-step methodical it is, it starts kind of putting you at ease when you see them like really, like I said, not taking anything for granted, not missing a step. And, I think as a parent, you slowly sort of come to accept these things, and what's terrifying in one moment, a few months later becomes a little more so. So, yeah, it strangely got to be normal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And did he ever express any interest in becoming a musician at all, or was he always more of the engineer brain, pilot brain type of person?
Yeah, interestingly, he never really, he can play piano, pretty well, but that was never for him. But then again, I was 18 years old before I fell into music like I'm doing it now too. So I tell people, if your child is 12, like your sons, if they're 10 or 11 and they haven't shown any interest in something, it doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Like I see people who say, "Oh, my kid, he'll never do that," but I didn't start till I was 18 years old, so you just never know.
Yeah,
what you're going to fall in love with.
Back to bluegrass for a second. Last night here in town, and again, you can see you can see Steep Canyon Rangers. You can see a solo show right now at October 3rd at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. Also, Steve Martin Short, and Steep Canyon Rangers will be October 4th at Hard Rock Live, October 5th at Ruth Eckerd Hall. How many hours do you have to put in to truly learning that craft? I was watching last night here in town. Molly Tuttle was in town, and I went to her show to see her play, and she's one of the greatest guitar players I have ever seen play. When you were learning at 18, was it the age old, like I lock myself in my room and just give the banjo hours? Like, because bluegrass and that's like traditional music seems so hard.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean it's like that thing they say 10,000 hours for mastery.
And there's
and
no
somebody
other way
like Molly
around.
Tuttle's flipped that dial over. No, there's no substitute for it.
Right.
And people like Molly Tuttle and with the band us, we've all flipped that dial over several times.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky. I still love to do it. I still get up in the morning and like to play. That's what I've been doing this morning, writing and playing music. I love to do it. So it doesn't feel like work. It still feels like a calling, if you will.
Do you write on banjo since that's your main instrument, or you try to write on guitar?
Mostly write on guitar.
Gotcha.
Mostly on guitar, yeah.
So I'm curious, Graham. You said you've been with Steve Martin Short for partnered up with like 16 years, and with did you see an incredible increase in audience when Only Murders came out and kind of reinvigorated their career? Because me and my wife and now my sons watch the Only Murders, and
Huge
it's a
show.
gigantic show. I'm sure that put steroids into their popularity.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, so we started, we were with Steve, just us and Steve, and then like with Edie Brickell and doing music stuff for probably the first half of that time. And then Marty, they joined up and doing the comedy show. And then about halfway through that, Only Murders in the Building came out. And I mean, it's been a real boost. Like you mentioned, we're doing 2 shows in Clearwater, and like that's become almost a norm, is where one show is selling out and they're adding another show. And I mean, it's amazing. I mean, for all the success that these guys have had, you can see what it means to them, and how excited they get about it. I couldn't believe it. Like, I don't know, after the first season of Murders in the Building came out, they're like, "Can you believe it? We've got a hit." We're like, "Well, yeah, I can believe it." Yeah. They still feel that same way.
Yeah, it's got to be weird for you to know these guys who are like, and they're your friends, but these guys are, to me, they are 2 of the biggest Hollywood and comedy legends that you could ever like see. So to have them kind of just like cavalier to you about like, "Oh, can you believe it? We actually did it this time." It's like, guys, you've been doing it your entire lives.
Yeah, and to me, it's a testament to just watching them. And when me and Daniel watch them live, and when we watch Only Murders, I'm like, man, you can continue that same level of comedy, of enthusiasm, of sharpness,
energy,
into your older age, which is kind of become a thing in society where we see older coaches are like, he's too old to coach anymore, still doesn't have it. It's like, man, you can still perform at a high level even as you get older.
So you're saying that maybe Steve Martin could come coach the UNC football team?
He can do anything.
He's great. Yeah, I think he could do.
Well, Graham, we really appreciate the interview today. Thank you so much for taking the time. And
enjoy your time in Florida. We love when we get guys like you in our state, so we appreciate you.
Is there any more plans to fly around the country with your son?
No, not as it stands. He's got a girlfriend now at college.
Man,
girlfriends are better than playing too.
I knew I'm going to lose my sons to some girls one day.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll fly with me once. So.
Thank you so much for the time, and good luck with the shows. Okay.
Hey, I really appreciate y'all. You'll have a great one.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
Graham.
You too. I wish I had a cool voice like that when I ended interviews.
Yeah.
Y'all be good, have fun. Me and my son are tougher and cooler than you'll ever be.
I'm friends with Steve Martin.
Yeah. I play bluegrass. My son's a man. You're weak. You're a weak little man.
That would be awesome, though. Like when I saw that him flying with the son and then cross country, just jumping from airport to airport, and I didn't even know the backstory of his in a plane that his son wanted to buy.
They were having to
that's
dodge
awesome.
clouds to avoid ice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, those small planes are the sketchiest way to fly. Like, if you are going to have a problem, it's a small plane. Like, people are so afraid of commercial airlines and bigger.
So many redundancies. Like, okay, I'll
Yeah,
tell you how.
Those small planes, they
they go down a lot too. Like, I'll just show you how irrational fear works. To me, it feels in my brain more comforting to think about being in that little plane alone, flying it myself,
than in a commercial
flight. I understand that to those of you listening that you think about that and you're like, you're an idiot. I don't.
No.
It's not something that I actively choose to feel. This is just the feeling that I think I was born with it. Lady Gaga.
Yeah, but I think that is normal for everybody because I'm not scared of flying at all, but I feel safer and I've felt safer in smaller planes where I could see the pilot. I've flown in many small planes where either you're sitting right behind the pilot or you're sitting passenger, the pilot's there, you could talk to him. Like, that does feel safer than a commercial airline,
Yeah.
even though it is 100% not.
Because you're not seeing anything.
Also, I'm like, you could land anywhere on this tiny plane.
Do you want me to talk about last night's concert just to kind of tie it into music?
Yeah.
Okay, so last night I did go to Plaza Live to see Joshua Ray Walker open for Molly Tuttle, who's a very famous bluegrass guitar player. And something happened on stage that I've never experienced before in a concert where, Joshua Ray Walker's up there, and he's had some pretty significant health problems over the past couple years. I guess just 9 months ago, or maybe right at a year, he was diagnosed with stage 3B colon cancer.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was going to die. Like he was told, it's here, So he went into kind of go mode and started recording just like tons of songs. He's like doing cover albums and writing music and stuff like that. And through a series of surgeries and everything, it looks like last night he's on the stage and we're all watching him play. And he stops after like the third or fourth song and he goes, hey, I've been dealing with some health problems and everything. And, just this morning I got my scans back and I just wanted to let you guys know that, it just looks like no more cancer, no more. And the whole place went crazy. He said, no more cancer. The place goes crazy with positive energy. Like I've never had this happen before. I've seen fights, drunk guy fights. I've seen women flash. I've seen, you got Afro Man punches a lady and people fall off the stage. I've seen all kinds of stuff, but nothing that positive. It was like the most positive thing at a concert. The whole crowd went, yeah, no cancer. Then he continued playing more songs.
Now, is there at least one person that is going to say, like, well, hold on, I bought this ticket because I thought it was your last show?
I mean, that is kind of why I bought the ticket, right? Isn't that what I told you? Isn't that exactly what I told you?
I'm joking.
No, I know you're joking, but isn't that exactly what I told you? Like on Monday, I was like, I'm going to see this guy because I don't know how much longer he's going to be around.
Well, it's like the mattress barn saying, we're not going out of business. You're like, oh, I just bought this mattress. But yeah, no, that's cool that he was able to announce that and his cancer wins a remission.
Yeah.
It's also cool that you'll go to a concert by yourself. Like I
texted your wife about that. I had to be inspired by her.
She does it. Yeah, my wife does it.
It's hard.
I wonder if that's an emotional person thing.
It's a hard thing to do. But I did it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I saw Jordan Foley out there. I saw some listeners. Shout out to, I bought some, don't be mad at me, but I put a couple rounds on the company card for some listeners.
Where'd you buy them?
Just a Coors Light, There's a couple of beers. Nothing. I didn't buy them any merch or anything. I just bought them some sensible $17 Coors Light.
Those listeners better appreciate it.
They did. And you know why? Because they came back later and they bought me a Coors Light.
All right.
It was very nice. Didn't really equal out because I was buying more, but that's, I'll get in front of that before you do.
And so you go out, watch a show, then come back. You said you didn't even stay for the headliner, right?
I did for a couple of songs. I did like maybe 5 songs, and then it was like I didn't want to feel super tired today, but I didn't want to go out. I got to get better at that, man. Like my anxiety has nothing to do with anything rational. Like my anxiety of like what did I have to do this morning? Nothing. I was organized. I had everything done.
Well, yeah, we also had our first new show, Love Thy Neighbor, that we had to record, and then there's Moe's Comedy Jam tonight.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
2 nights
things.
in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. We had last minute interview with Graham that we got all the 5 minutes to prepare for.
Oh, that was tough. I was sweating. I was sweating.
But we got it done. You know what? We need more pressure because we operate fairly well under pressure.
Oh, I'd give us better than a fairly.
Yeah.
It kills me, but I'm decent at it. But it does take time off my life.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
But we operate good.
Because once we're done with this segment, we'll pause everything. I'll have to walk into the bathroom and spit blood in the toilet.
That's fine. It's like the 11.
Splash a little water in my face.
Sometimes you get a nosebleed because you tried so hard.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, it was fun. It is weird though going out alone because I wanted to ask you this. When I go to concerts alone, I don't know what your wife does, but I don't know what to do with myself when I don't know anybody. Like I don't know where to stand. Because one of the main reasons why it's more fun to go to a concert, well, not fun, one of the reasons why it's more comfortable to go to a concert with more people is that you have somebody to stand with.
Yeah.
Jordan Foley had one of his buddies with him, and they knew each other, and they were standing together. But they didn't invite me to the show. I sort of just went to the show. So it would have been weird for me to go and just, stand behind them to be part of their group.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's weird, but then I don't want to stand by myself because that's awkward too. So I stood with the listeners.
Yeah, well, especially like any downtime between sets or whatever. Then there's like because when it's it's like going to the movies by yourself. That's fine because the movie's happening. Who cares? You're not.
Oh,
talking to
during the
someone.
show, yeah.
During
you
the
don't
show,
have to say
it's
nothing. You just concentrate on the music.
Yeah. And so I would do well. It's weird because I'm fine with just sitting and not talking to anybody.
Yeah, and you can stand. You could stand anywhere.
Yeah, and you know what?
And you're not going to be self-conscious about where you're standing. See, the way my anxiety works, I was standing in the back of like general admission, where kind of like where the sound booth is, but I was like in the middle of the extra lobby area, right? So I was like, should I stand here? Like I was second guessing where I was standing. I was like, just go hide in the corner.
See, I would feel self-conscious when meeting the listeners because they would be like, why is this guy here by himself? He's a weirdo. He's got no friends.
They did say that.
He's got no friends or family.
I overheard them saying that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would think.
Yeah, they're like, why is he here? They're like, why isn't he home with his loving family? They don't love him.
But you know what is the advantage of seeing a show by yourself? And Crystal realized this, and she's been doing it. Is if you wait till the last minute, this is not your game because you like to be prepared.
Yeah.
But because single tickets go on sale on like game time for super cheap, so you can get like if you wait till after the actual event started, and let's say like the opener's up. And then you go on like Game Time or one of these apps that sell tickets last minute. You can get like damn near first row or close, and because those single
pennies,
seats, they don't sell, and they just want to get rid of them. So Crystal got some really good tickets to some artists that she saw at the Amway, like super good seats for $30.
Yeah,
and she was like, "Look, I'm right next to the stage," because she got snagged that one single ticket that they didn't sell because no one else wants it. Because if you go to a concert by yourself, you're crazy.
Like that. I knew there was an
discounted.
I knew there was an insult.
They're discounted, and so I like that because she can go and see the stuff she likes for $30. But then again, you're by yourself like a crazy person.
There is a certain amount of like control I like of watching. Like I didn't have to worry about like between songs. Like okay. You know the weight that you feel sometimes if I brought Andrea along to this concert, these are not artists that she really likes as much as I do.
Oh yeah, you're worried that if they're having a good time.
Yeah, there's that weight that, because it would bother me. Like I don't, you know what really, one of the ones that like I remember and it hurt me, like it didn't hurt me, but I remember doing it and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have brought them to this, is when we brought you guys to Rent because it's not your thing. I was really having anxiety, and I kept looking at them like, oh, they don't like this AIDS musical that we like. I was like, they don't like this.
Yeah, you're right. I hated it the whole time. No. But I think, like on the opposite, like I'm kind of like that in the fact that if I go to a concert, I need to be with someone to even know if I'm having a good time.
Yeah, man,
I'm just sitting there. I'm watching it. I'm like, is this good? I need someone next to me.
What do I do here?
Having a good time to be like, oh, this is good.
Could you change quickly,
I'm like,
though?
maybe it's bad.
Like, if you're standing around people and you're watching, let's say you were at the show I was at last night and everybody was cheering, yay.
Oh,
and then let's say they were like, boo, suddenly, would you be like, oh, well, boo?
Oh, yeah,
and you would change right with them?
Oh, I do whatever the crowd does.
Okay, that's good to know.
If they're having a good time, I'm like, this is good. Bad time, bad. All right. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time. That was funny. That's good. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do a couple voicemails.
All right.
Round out this show.
If you would like to leave us a voicemail, we like that. It's super duper easy to do. Just get our free app. There's a button called Mediocre Messages. You hold it down and you talk into it, and you can leave a voicemail message just like this one right. Let's go with this one right here about EJ.
What's up, guys? Barry Joe again. I'm coming here today with just one question. Is EJ feeling old? Is he trying to relive some of his glory days, ruining shows and stuff? Like, I mean, like, what are you doing, dude? Leave me alone. Like, you ruined like the crux of Peacemaker this week. And what the, like, come on, man, let me take my time. I'm declaring.
I don't know if I can play all of this. DeBarry Joe is incensed. I don't know if we've ever had a listener call into this show
What is he mad about? What did he say about Peacemaker? He
EJ,
spoiled something?
Yeah, and back in the day, I don't know if our listeners, I consider our listeners new listeners, but back in the day, EJ used to call the morning show that we were on, and he loved trying to ruin things.
Yeah. Well,
And it
we
makes
played
people-
into
we
it
did
because
play into it,
we were do it too.
But people hate it. They absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And should I even continue this? I'm just afraid he's going to curse.
He is gonna curse now, but also our team does all hate each other because they're all
Yeah.
fighting for our love. I think.
Yeah, I wish they
Which
fought
is
more for
weird.
our love.
Which is weird because
A lot of them haven't. Like, what is the? I need the entire list of the It's our team.
yeah,
of the
yeah.
our team.
OUR.
Yeah, our team. Sorry, our team. I forget. It's like I don't know how to do anything anymore. But I need to.
Well, it's
okay, here's the
dwindled.
list. Let's go through the list of. These are the list of unfortunate characters. Seth Pepperoni. Okay, he's still with the show. Big Tim Murphy. Nope. I won't talk.
How
to
is Big Tim doing? Is
he
he still in California?
He's still in California, and he's a doorman at a bar, I believe. And he says the burritos and weather are great.
I saw him make a post that looked like he was in a hospital bed the other day, and then I was like, "Oh."
No, I didn't see that. Maybe he is.
But I don't. But I think it was just like
I mean, he's closer to hospital bed than he isn't. Machete Gas Mask. She hasn't reached out to us in a long time. Supergirl Jen's probably dead. Remy did reach out to me. He wants me to be on his show. He's doing I think it's like his 10-year anniversary or something.
10 years of Remy's Roundtable?
Remy's Roundtable, like a 10-year anniversary, and he wanted me to be on it, and I just can't commit to it. I just got too much going on. Cadillac Pat's still with us. Tuttle's still with us. Slopmouth Andy, I haven't heard of him in years. White Claw Karen, years. Petey Posters, he reaches out every once in a while.
All right.
Old Racist Norm is still with us. Canadian Josh did not. In fact, Canadian Josh exited our show after he revealed that he's a foot deviant.
No, he's fine.
He exited the show right after he talked about how he likes foot jobs, and then he's out the door.
Yeah.
Bob Mole, I don't know where he is. Southern Kermit, he's gone. Palapatito is gone. Bug Salt Bad Phone is gone. Oh Man, Mystery Message Man. Pig Tease, Christina's still with us. Jackal's with us.
Yeah. Well, you got Kenny Samsel. What happened to Chris Strema? She's gone.
She's gone. Yeah.
Business Baby, Business
He's gone.
Bro.
They're gone.
Let me.
All the ones I liked are gone.
Yeah.
What's left is the F team. Seriously.
Kratom Carey.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He may be.
Bob Zaney.
He's gone. Well, okay. Now hold on. Let's talk about Bob Zaney. We were supposed to talk to Bob Zaney.
Yeah, he texted me. He's like, "Hey,"
but you just avoid his texts.
No. Well, I was driving and I was like, "Oh, Bob Zaney," and then.
Well, you text everybody else back while you're driving. Why not Bob Zaney?
Well, because I didn't know.
How ironic would it be if you died texting back Bob Zaney?
I didn't want to lock us in. I was like, let me think about this for a minute, and then I forgot.
Yeah.
And then
that probably means it's not a good idea.
No, it could be. I never know because at the beginning of Bob Zaney, our listeners are like, I was like, no one can like this. This has got to be, this is horrible.
Right.
But then everybody's like, we like it. But then I was like, are you just saying that because you're bullying me? I think you don't like it.
They're trolling.
You're trolling me.
It's a troll.
You're saying you like it, even though you know it's bad.
Is it possible for the world to have been immersed into trolling so much that now everything we go to do has a passive level or a subconscious level of troll to it just because it's more comfortable and it's what we do? I would say yes, which is why I feel like we're getting, everybody now is like, people are so negative. People are so negative. I don't know if they're negative, but I would say they're trolling a lot more. And trolling can be perceived as negativity. That's a little theory I came up with.
It's more fun to watch someone struggle.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
Because if it looks too...
Then watch somebody succeed.
If it looks too easy and it looks too fun, then you're sitting back, you're like, it's too fun and easy
I'll give you an example. Pole vault.
Okay.
The guy goes over the pole vault. That is an amazing feat.
Yeah.
You watch it, and I won't even raise my blood pressure not even a nothing. I might even go lower blood pressure. But go over that pole vault again and then have your boner stop the bar. Right?
Yeah. And have it knock in this slow motion.
Yeah.
And then you're like, look how humiliating this is.
It ruined his life.
Show everybody and his family.
Measure his boner.
Yeah. It was just like...
Find his address. Cancel him.
like you know what the most fun thing to watch for me is
Porno.
for all trolls. no, this is trolling.
Oh, trolls love porno.
Is and there's lots of these videos where there's some guy or girl is doing a cable access TV show where they're taking callers, right? And then no one's watching.
The prank call one is my favorite.
Yeah.
I can't even play it.
And then someone calls in and they're like, "What say you, Arizona?" or whatever the hell they say. And then the person goes on to prank call them. And then he starts cursing, and they can't get him off, and everything's going wrong. And the person gives up, and then he's mad, and then it's like, ha.
You're on the air. Good morning. We're doing open phones.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Good evening.
Can I get a psychic energy reading, please?
You have got to be more polite than that, my friend.
Can I have a psychic energy reading, please? Ask.
I picked the wrong one. I was trying to.
But you gave an example for
Yeah,
this.
I gave an example of one.
Is the person no one's even watching it, right? So it's a weird thing.
Well,
too.
the people pranking it are watching it. They're the only people.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it so fun because it's like a window into your own destruction.
Yes, and then the video of the prank gets 100 or maybe even 1,000 times more views.
You could go with 1,000.
1,000 times more views than the actual show itself.
Yeah.
So then you're asking yourself, you're like, well, the prankster did this guy a favor, technically, because he got him 1,000 times more views.
He did.
Just by ruining it.
But it made him look like a fool.
yeah, but that's what the whole world wants. So then the person that's creating the entertainment for nobody, that the prankster actually boosts their show by 1,000 times.
Yeah, but nobody wants their real show. They just want the prankster,
yeah.
which is what makes it terrible.
Yeah, so then it ruins it in so many different levels that it's the best thing ever.
It is. Prank calls need to come back. In fact, I'm going to start looking for more live TV and start pranking them. It's a lost art.
It is a lost art. All right, we'll see you on Monday.